Hello guys, welcome back once again to my platform here, and we are going to be talking about two brothers in the UK who have been jailed for using SIM card to scam a lot of people, scam their victims in the UK, and they have so far raked about £220,000 from their victims. Now, what does these guys do? They get to call people to, I don't know whether they hack people's account and then they call them on phone as the banks. And then they explain to them that their banks are having issues doing this and doing that. From there, they start asking you for your details and that they are going to close your account. From there, you get some panics. And then what do? You call your bank to inquire and know what's going on. And the funny thing is that when you even call your bank that moment, the phone is going to be diverted to their own line. Very smart. So when that happens, you will not have any doubt. You don't have any doubt. So let's get into details and find out what happened. Actually, there are three, but these ones, they say that there are two brothers who have just ended up in prison in the United Kingdom and will be deported after their jail time. Very unfortunate. Nigerians on the screen again for the wrong reasons. Okay, now, London fraudsters who used SIM farm to con £220,000 from victims in banking scam jailed, as you can see on the screen. Now, they said that three fraudsters who used a SIM farm to con £220,000 from victims by sending out masses of fraudulent texts and calls have been jailed. Londoners Emmanuel Oxford Fakparusi, who is 23 years old, Cyrus Johnson Fakparusi, who is 25 years old, these are brothers, and Uchechukwu Oji, who is 21 years old, worked together to message and call victims to convince them to hand over money and banking details between August 2022 and March 2024 of this year. That was earlier this year. So you can imagine the long time since they have been doing this kind of business in the UK. I've told you that a lot of our people are very, very smart. They are very, very intelligent. But when you invest it in fraud, it is not always going to end well. It is not always going to end well. You might end up on the wrong side of the news. Now, the text and calls would pose as being from a bank, deceiving customers into believing their account was compromised and encouraging them to transfer money into a safe account which was controlled by them, the fraudsters. Once customers provided their card details, the trio, that is the three guys, would use them to make fraudulent online purchases as well as send money to mule accounts which they controlled and withdraw the funds from there. This is what these guys have been doing to have gotten £220,000. How much is how much is £220,000 now in naira? That would be up to 50 million. Am I correct? £20,000. That would be like at least 50 million naira, if I'm not mistaken. Anyways, in total, they conned victims of 223,183,053 cents. The three men were sentenced at Inner London Crown Court to a combined 6 years and 9 months. Now, since they are sentencing these guys to six years and 9 months, how do we share it now? 6 years. That is 6 divided by 3. That is 2, right? 2 years, 2 years, 2 years plus. All right. Now, are they going to pay back this money or have they forgotten about the money? That is the question I have for people in the UK. Please help me out. Are these guys going to pay back this money to the authorities? How is the authority, how are they going to recover this money? Or if you are caught, you just be sent to jail, you know, for this crime, and the proceeds of this fraud will not be questioned, or nobody is going to ask about it anymore. Please, I would like to know about this. I've always been curious about it. Does it mean that the money is forgotten and you just have to pay by going to jail, you know, 2 years plus? So imagine having 220,000 pounds and then you go for 2 years plus prison. People may even consider it because it's not much. Imagine holding that kind of money. Anyways, the sentencing follows an investigation and arrest by a specialist banking industry sponsored police unit. The dedicated card and payment crime unit, DCPCU, were the ones responsible for the investigation and the apprehension of these very guys. Through the police investigation, the DCPCU recovered 2 SIM farms from Oxford Faparusi's home. They also found multiple computers and phones which contained phishing website templates, smishing software, and around 160,000 sets of personal and financial data from these guys. From victims, sorry. Orji was identified as being an accomplice through messages with Oxford Faparusi. Then, the police were also able to recover stolen personal data and scripts used to commit fraud when contacting victims in Orji's possession. So what these guys have done was that they had a template. They had a kind of guide. That is a book which they have written, whereby when you are speaking to the customer, this is the line you have to give. This is the, you know, something that you have to tell them that will convince them. Because maybe if you are using your head, you may not likely get it correct. Sometimes you may make mistakes. So they have had their template where they read from to these customers who they are catching, they are victims. According to the news, Oxford Faparusi received 42 months in prison, while Johnson Faparusi, his brother, received 18 months in prison. Orji received 21 months sentence, suspended for 2 years. All 3 were imposed with criminal behavior orders for a period of 5 years. So what of the money? What happens to this money? They said that Detective Constable David Hu said these fraudsters worked in unison to steal over 220,000 pounds through huge volumes of fraudulent texts and calls to manipulate banking customers into handing over their money and banking details. These criminals are deceitful and will stop at nothing to steal from hard-working people. We are thankful that through the collaborative efforts of the banking industry and police, we were able to prevent these criminals from causing further harm to the society. That's the update that we have from you, and I believe that somebody is learning very fast from what we are bringing to you, because that is what we have always done. We make sure that you are updated with what is happening to our people, and you all should learn from this fraud that people, you know, do in UK, in America. They are always caught up. They are always caught, whether today or tomorrow, because these people are always looking out for people who are doing this kind of a thing. Let me know your opinion in the comments, and I'll see you guys on the next video. So, but before I go, guys, don't forget to use tap send to do your transaction to send money to Nigeria, because it's a very good and reliable app that you can use. Now, the good thing is that they are giving out some promo giveaway this Christmas. All you have to do is just to use my promo code on the screen, and you are going to get £15 for people in the UK, 15 euros for people using euro in Europe, $30 for people in the US and Canada. And all those in Dubai also are not left out. Thank you and God bless. Bye for now.